Yo, what is going on, my YouTube fam? Look, this is just a little quick update video, nothing big, nothing special, just for the people who are trying to follow all of the projects going on right now. But I'm currently working on a 2012 Arctic 450 fuel pump. We've been trying to get the Arctic started. We've already replaced tilt sensor on the back. We've replaced the air filter. We've replaced the fuel injector. We've replaced the spark plug. We've replaced the cool packs. We've replaced the ignition. So got a new ignition key. And for some reason, this thing has been astronomically a pain in the ass. I've checked all the fuses in the fuse box. Checked all the fuses in the fuse box, replaced a couple of them that weren't any good. Tried to start it up. It will run on starter fluid, but it will not run off of fuel, which is why, because I've already cleared the lines, cleaned the lines out, replaced the fuel injector. I do know the spark plug is getting spark. The only last thing that would be stopping it would be the fuel pump. So whenever the fuel pump gets in today, I'll be tapping back in with you guys and I'll kind of show you guys the process of putting the new fuel pump on, switching the positive and negative wires around, yada yada. All that stuff in case anybody ever wants to put a fuel pump into a 2012 Arctic. All right, YouTube fam, look, we're back. We just got our Quantum Fuel Systems fuel pump rebuild kit in. They literally just came in and dropped it off. So I figured I'm gonna go ahead, see if I can't get this fuel pump put in real quick. And hey, we're gonna try to get this done. See if we can't get that four-wheeler started up. All right, so here we're kind of opening the box up, kind of familiarizing ourselves with some of the parts, looking over the fuel pump, just kind of seeing how everything's going to plug and play together. You got to remove the old fuel pump, remove the positive and negative wires off of the old fuel pump. Make sure after you remove it out, there's a rubber gasket inside that helps seal the fuel pump into the top hat. Need to make sure it's clean and clear of all debris. Here, you just need to make sure that you reconnect your positive and negative wire back onto the new fuel pump. Here, you're going to want to be careful. I believe this is called the fuel. I think it's the is a restrictor plate, some sort of restrictor plate. I can't remember exactly what its function is for. But whenever you're removing that, you need to be very careful not to lose the spring that's in it, because you will need to reuse that. make sure that there's nothing inside the top hat that's clogging up where your fuel will be running through. Got that fully seated on there, positive, negatives on there. Should we put this back on there? Been a few minutes since I took this off. Should go on this way. Get this way. Take it.
Where all you been stationed at?
Been stationed out in Guam with the Red Horse Unit 554. Stationed out at Dyess Air Force Base, Abilene, Texas, 7th Civil Engineer Squadron, and then here with the 2nd Civil Engineer Squadron. Must be this way.
Was Guam pretty sweet?
Guam was definitely fun. Just like that. Got the fuel pump back together. Yeah, Guam was nice. Went to Marble Caves, stayed in the beaches a lot.
So Dad was stationed there for a few years when we was growing up. We just went solo. Left the family here. I don't blame him though.
There you have it. We got new fuel pump on there. Now, I'm hoping with this new fuel pump, we're gonna actually be able to start and run this four-wheeler under fuel instead of starter fluid. So look, catch in with just a few. Here we're putting the fuel pump pad back in place. Don't forget to grab the 6 screws, and I don't think there's a particular way to put it in. I just do it the same way that I do lug nuts, and I don't tighten it down until I've got it somewhat tight on all corners, and then I'll start to really tighten it down. Make sure that there's no fuel leaks from the top hat. And don't forget, whenever you've got the top hat down and fixated tightly, you need to reconnect your fuel line and then reconnect the power and ground on the fuel pump. You got that fuel injector over there wired up. All right, fuel injector's on. Now we go for the moment of truth. I hope this bitch works. Fuel pump's got power. Man, as y'all just saw, this Arctic Cat has not ran in 4 to 5 years, and we just got it started. And the fuel pump could have been the problem the whole time. And I still changed out the spark plugs, the fuel injector, all of it, air filter, all of it, just in case. Now it's starting and running under its own power. Well, I ain't put it in gear yet, so I'm not sure if it's gonna move under its own power, but I got good faith that it is going to do what it is supposed to do. And if it don't, we'll assess that at that time. But right now, I got the Arctic Cat running, and we're gonna go ahead and start piecing that bitch back together. So we'll catch you in a few. Alrighty fam, look, as you can see, we got the Arctic Cat put back together. We just went on a test ride. It fires up on its own, it idles on its own, it goes down the street on its own. It does feel like it has a slight misfire. I also think that it might have an exhaust leak. I'm gonna change the oil out in it tomorrow, change the oil filter out in it tomorrow, and then I'm gonna further assess what may be causing the misfire. I know I can't believe that it's actually running, you know, first time running in 4 or 5 years. Something's bound to pop off a maintenance light. But so this was just my little update video on how the Arctic Cat 450 is doing. Now we got that going. Don't know if you guys know this, but last weekend, as you can see, I've got the belt cover off. I got a new belt on there, world's best belt from Super ATV. I was riding last weekend with some buddies, and I ended up blowing a belt. And because I blew a belt, it ended up breaking the cover, ended up breaking the belt cover. Unfortunate chain of events. You know, it is what it is. I'll be replacing that. Hopefully that comes in next week. If that comes in next week, I'll be replacing that. And then we may start preparing that so that we can make a muddy bottoms trip. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Like, follow, comment, subscribe. Y'all do what y'all do. And I appreciate y'all staying tuned on the channel. Peace.